Hello, high flyers, and welcome to March 25th. Don't overthink today. Instead, bravely pursue your passions and give those, whatever your newest ideas are, that a big yes. Kind of goes with Ace of Wands, is that yes card, your potential. Because you're finding that gift of faith that comes with riding the waves, riding the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows, or the Wheel of Fortune, as it goes with Impermanence. Conscious Spirit, what do we need to know, see, and hear for the viewer today? For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I'm Anthony, and this is our intuitions. 111 on the timer. What do we need to know, see, and hear for the viewer today? So, potential of some crown chakra opening, maybe like, cracking it open a little more today, a little more. It's not about breaking it open or kabam, your open channel. Steps at a time. It's best, more sustainable. I know I am part of Source and my life is guided by divine wisdom. Crown chakra invites you to tune into your divine wisdom, to that feminine energy, of wisdom, but also of kind of surrendering to your own knowing, surrendering the outcome to the divine as well, but also relying on your potential, relying on your having faith in your instinct, your light, your sacral chakra energy. All the chakras work together. They're not independent of each other. This is why we can't just open the third eye. We have to ground ourselves first. And then we can balance out the sacral chakra. Someone's needing to hear this. It's time to balance out your sacral chakra. I feel comfortable in my own body and I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. That orange energy, the creation station, the sacral chakra. It is one of the human chakras. However, one of the lower realms, if you will. One end we have the sacral chakra, our feelings, and 333, it's body, mind, and soul, Trinity. On the other end, we have the crown chakra, connection to spirit, connection to knowing, which supersedes human feelings. Because human feelings are, I didn't know, actually just an illusion. Crystal ascension. It's about that crystal ascension, allowing yourself to rise at this time of ascension. As we receive these upgrades, especially today, we've got a full moon eclipse. And this full moon rising in Libra is helping you to find balance, to balance yourself at the wheel of the hub so that flame doesn't go out. So we're not getting tossed around in the seas. We can observe them, witness the highs and the low. I am attuned to the universal wisdom and the energy of the crystal kingdom. It's that 5D kingdom that we're all sensing, feeling, being called toward. And eventually, when we're all ready to go, we'll get there. It's about finding that light in the dark and keeping this process at the forefront of our interest, regardless of what's going on. Asking you to tune in to your crystal ascension. You're ascending into that crystalline body. And maybe you need to power off every now and then, power off the electronics. The little speaker in the background there. Moon goddess. I am a harmonious flow with the moon's energy and the cycles of life. Again, these are those cycles, the flow, the ups and the downs. And if we can choose not to live in a reactionary way, we're all guilty of it, I'm guilty of it. We can learn how to become more harmonious with those cycles, to allow them to be the potential that they are. When shadow rises, when those lows come up, it's the potential to see what's unseen, that moon's energy. Also, to utilize our intuition, to reflect on our wisdom, on the wisdom that we can gain from these cycles. We go through the cycles to because of the potential of wisdom that comes through the lessons. Movement, meditation, reminding us to get grounded. And you can do this as you move through the day and creating, involving a ritual or involving just dance. I celebrate and honor my physical body through dance and movement. Can you own that you came into this physical body, that you own they came here to celebrate it, to dance and to move through the cycles, move through the symphony, move through the dance of life in a meditative way, in a collected and balanced way at the hub of the wheel, so that we can keep that fire burning, baby. We can keep fire elemental alive in us. So that Shakti rising. If we can connect, I'm hearing we can connect through dance. Dance, ecstatic dance, helps us to open YouTube's acting weird. Ecstatic dance helps us to open to movement of the Kundalini, gets that energy moving out of the root chakra so that we can open up to our true feelings and not feelings that are a reflection of a hurt inner being, of a hurt version of ourselves. I ignite the fire within me that connects me to the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. This divine fire within us is meant to, when we ask to open our heart, when we ask to open up to knowing, whether we know that it's going to involve all the chakras or not, that fire starts to burn through, and whatever it runs into, including in the sacral chakra, if we're having any dense feelings, it's going to bring those up. It's going to bring up the essence of those blocks, those energies, so that we can alchemize it. That fire elemental, to use the consciousness of wisdom. Goes with the element of fire as well. Also can represent your luck turning in your favor. Kind of phoenix rising energies, rising from the ashes, acknowledging that we can always rise from the falls. The healer. It's teaching you to be a healer. To be a true healer, you don't have to, but for the most part, all true healers have connected with those shadow parts of self, have connected with the unseen reflections of themselves with moon. And if you can move in a meditative way, you know, celebrating this body, this reality that we chose, it's teaching you to be a healer and to open up to the heart, open up to the true space of the heart, which is that it works together, it works in unison with our actions, our intentions. Our heart doesn't open and then stay open. We have to follow. We are being called at this time, this crystal ascension, to follow through on feelings of compassion and love. I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others, to be this conduit of love. You've got to live love. 11:11 on the timer. Absolute confirmation of you're on the right path to healing, to being healed. And be compassionate with yourself. The hard lesson I had to learn about my healing was I was trying to make it happen. I think everybody goes through this a bit, where we try to force it to happen, try to be a little quicker, try to get that kundalini energy to move a little quicker. And often that can cause more problems than not, because it bumps into those blocks that we haven't been looking at. The healer, the true healer, lives love and compassion, lives in an open heart, because the heart stays open because they see through the eyes of unconditional love. Angel spirits and guides, what do we have from Prism Oracle for the viewer today? What do they need to know, see, and hear? What else do we have? One of our aspects here kind of goes with autonomy, and also the Wheel of Fortune and impermanence. The kind of action we can take towards acknowledging impermanence is surrender. It takes a very strong masculine part of ourselves to surrender to the wisdom of the Divine Mother, to surrender to the wisdom of that Shakti Kundalini rising, which is a consciousness, a being in and of itself. This process of learning to surrender to the outcome helps us to be more of a channel, to be more of a reflection of a healing, more of a reflection of this crystal ascension, of growing those crystals in the dark under the pressure of finding out what you really are. The way in which crystals grow under pressure and heat, and it's acknowledging that fire within that Kundalini rising. It's a reflection of how we're feeling at this time during crystal ascension, is the pressure, the anxiety even that crystals kind of go through, that pressure. Maybe feeling anxiety about, like, when is this going to happen? When is my heart going to be open? When am I going to get to be a healer? When am I going to feel lit up enough to be a healer? Anxiety and reflection. So It's always good to understand that we may be reflecting other people's energy as well, or projecting on others from our place of anxiety, a place of worry about the future, about, if I let go of this or that, if I let go of the outcome, if I choose to stand on my own, to choose my own autonomy. That's what all this anxiety is about. On the other side of that anxiety is confidence. Confidence to keep rising, to keep trusting the process. Confidence in your intuition as well. And you're finding the confidence to ride the waves, to sit at the hub of the wheel in a place of balance. It's helping you to overcome any sadness. And to know that if you're feeling sadness today, that it's temporary. It's okay to feel sadness. Acknowledge it. We don't always need to sit with it. Sometimes it's good when it really feels right to sit with it, to look at it. Sometimes we just need to witness it for it to pass like a cloud in the sky. And we let sadness be just another cloud in the sky, witnessed by us, but not tried to be held. It's that determination to climb the mountain. I heard a great one today as well. I forget who it was, but as you climb the mountain, you'll realize as you get to the top that it's just the bottom of another mountain. So keep climbing. As you keep climbing back into that chariot, keep climbing towards your heart, keep climbing for that balanced seat at the hub of the wheel. You're channeling this determination to find your illumination, to find this crystal ascension, to find your creative energy. That yellow is solar plexus now. And to know that it is going to be success. Your ideas, you're meant to be divinely successful. You deserve and are part, you create, the success that you desire. As you ignite the fire that's within you that connects you to the divine, it connects you to that creation energy, it connects us to what we desire to create, the truth of our feelings. And you're also finding your success as you be determined to, find peace, find that state of peace at the wheel of the hub, to being the peace giver, the healer, to be able to bring that energy of peace to others. It's not giving away your own peace so that others can have peace, but holding the energy, the vibration of peace is that gift to others. It's also, peace comes when you find that gift of faith in the cycles, faith as you find harmonious flow with the moon's energy, with the cycles. Pain is but a cycle in the body. Allow it to cycle through. It wants to cycle through. It needs to cycle through. Acknowledge where the pain is. What does it feel like? What is it moving like? And acknowledge it as a part of this roller coaster. Just witness it. And don't try to hold it as an enemy or an adversary. Just a part of you that wants to move through you. And eventually your emotional body will purge it when it's ready to. And that's when we get to look at it that last time. things get called up for us to look at it, and eventually it gets called up for us to release it altogether. We have from the Wild Unknown Tarot, angel spirits and guides, ascended masters and ancestors. What do we need to know, see, and hear for these high-flying and deep diving? Because we dive into the shadows too. Like RuPaul said, it's okay to look at the light, but don't stare at it. Underlying energy, which is interesting because it was up here as underlying energy a couple of readings ago. This is that Kundalini rising. This is the union of the masculine and the feminine energies in the heart. And throughout the body, it's the union of surrender and creation, surrender and wisdom and confidence in our ability to create. It's also a union of you coming home to you, migratory sense of coming home to being a more vibrant you, to being all of the colors of the rainbow. With the birds, we have that air energy, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Lovers is a Gemini card, and the number 6 represents devotion. What are we devoted to at this time? We also may be leaning into more of a devoted relationship. Right? Having thoughts, dealing with cycles of pain that go with wanting to find that true lover. Or a reunion. The High Priestess. You're a wise healer. Allow yourself. Healing comes from wisdom. The High Priestess knows. The High Priestess is deeply connected to both the earth and the stars and to the cycles of the moon, and sits confidently able to reflect through the spiritual chakras, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, because she comes from a place of love and compassion. It's like the stern mother who comes from a place of love and compassion and maybe a bit of anxiety, or a lot sometimes. Number 2 is finding that relationship with your inner High Priestess. Also, some of you have been High Priestess in past lifetime. Only to say because it, in an essence, validates a sense of connection to knowing, connection to this calling to opening up the crown, to stepping into your queendom, Mother of Pentacles, or the Queen of Pentacles, Earth Angels, High Priestess, Starseeds, Wayshowers, Lightworkers, Shadow Workers. Also, Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, comes through to remind you to get grounded, to be grateful, to tune in to the abundance of the earth, the abundance at your fingertips that's available for you to create. And to honor this physical body through movement and through playfulness with the fawn, to nourish and be loving and compassionate towards that inner child, towards our inner reality, having compassion for any anxiety our inner child may feel. Because there's a lot, we're going through a lot at this time as humans and as people who are intentionally on this path as well. 8 of Cups invites you to walk away from what's no longer serving you, to choose you, to choose the cup that illuminates, that brings to the light your true passions, to choose to follow your passion, and to utilize reflecting on where we're at to make that next best decision. So we can make that decision with confidence. It's time to get grounded so that you can reflect on whether or not we're in flow or if we're being tossed about by these cycles of pain. Typically, cycles of emotion come up at different times of the year because it's connected to the cycles of the planets and the moon and when those very things even occurred. 4 of Swords. Reflect on the Christ consciousness in you. It's time to reflect on the light of God within you, on your inner light, to trust, to have faith that you are a lamb of God. You are a lamb of consciousness. You are purely and divinely connected to this illumination. Take this time to reflect on whatever sadness has been keeping you from seeing this, and be determined enough today to lay down any mental patterns that are keeping us from enacting on our passions, to really reflect and understand what anxiety might be keeping us from making the divine choice that's right for us confidently, with confidence. The 7 of Cups. I think I said 8 of Cups. 7 of Cups and the Mother of Pentacles. Making the choice that's right for you with the 7 of Cups. The Son of Wands. The Page of Wands. Literally, we have the snake, the serpent rising. It's another term for the Kundalini rising, understood as 2 snakes, one masculine, one feminine, intertwining. One descends from Father Consciousness, and Mother Consciousness rises from our root as we celebrate our physical body, as we celebrate the fire elemental within. The Page of Wands is a message to awaken the fire within you, to trust your passions, to trust your feelings, to trust those snaky feels, to trust your scale, to trust every scale on your body, to trust your senses. You know that snakes smell with their tongue? Also, this connected to what's going to bring you success is connecting to this fire, to this passion, and allowing it to move. To be autonomous, to take that leap of faith as well, and to know when to stay on the branch, when we are truly being a fool, but also when to enact the higher vibration of the Fool archetype, which is to have faith, take leaps of faith, to trust that the healing is happening in the way it needs to, that you don't need to force it, that you don't need to force your kundalini. You don't need to force opening up to divine wisdom. Because if we're still holding on to wisdom that's come from connections to lower energies, then that divine wisdom is going to be muddled. The star, the healer, it's healing energies coming through to you. It's also reminds us of the Divine Mother and her connection to the stars, and how every Divine Mother in every religion is pictured, maybe not every religion, but the mainstream religions, Divine Mother is pictured with stars, a crown of stars. And that is about owning your place in the world, owning your place in this physical body, in this realm, to the point of owning the stars through your awareness of their cycles, their wisdom, the understanding astrology. Perhaps some of you are coming to realize that perhaps we might want to study a little more astrology. Surrender to the outcome. Surrender to this union of divine love within. It's an ambitious journey with no guarantees. Kind of like two migrating geese. This ascension process, it's an ambitious journey. Congratulations for even beginning, for even wanting to start. Autonomy invites you to pursue today on your own terms, entirely on your own with no precedent. Set a high-reaching goal and hurl yourself into that direction. The direction of your crystal ascension, the direction of your passion, perhaps dance, being a healer, just being someone who shines their light. There's no need to overthink, over-prepare, or seek outside counsel. Just reach for radical bravery over careful planning. To coincide with the independent nature of Aries season, potential and the Ace of Wands invites you to pursue your passions. Believe in your next best idea, turning inspiration into forceful action. Take a step, any step, in the direction of your dreams and follow through with the grit and tenacity. Shut yourself off from the naysayers today. Today is about a resounding yes. Finding that confidence. Shutting off the naysayers, getting over, walking through the anxiety and the confidence. But completely surrender the outcome. Impermanence with the Wheel of Fortune invites you to witness 333 on the timer. So 333s may be popping up for us. The Wheel of Fortune invites you to witness life's wild ride today, taking neither the highs nor the lows too seriously. Luck, whether good or bad, is fleeting, so roll with the punches and keep your perspective on the big picture. Are you still reaching for your dreams? If you can tend to this flame that lives within, those passions, those dreams, regardless of your present circumstances, you'll discover the gift of faith. That Fool energy. Today's mantra: the potential of my ambition is more important than my outcome. Today's journal prompt: what are my beliefs around fate and karma? Today's ritual: on a piece of paper, write down what the numbers 1 through 9 represent to you. Every hour on the hour, roll a dice and see what the universe wants you to channel. 3443. We're having that energy of reflection. Maybe seeing reflecting numbers. Born on this day, We have Aretha Franklin, Queen of Soul, the first female performer inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987. Bela Bartok, Hungarian pianist and composer of the Concerto for Orchestra. And Gloria Steinem, American journalist, feminist, and publisher, has this to say. Without leaps of imagination or dreaming, we lose the excitement of possibilities. Dreaming, after all, is a form of planning. I am never gonna forget that saying next time someone calls me a dreamer. Dreaming is a form of planning. Hope this finds you on a lovely altitude today. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. Take care and namaste. Bye.